Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nerds with Dice. It's Nerds with Pride. I'm raising money for the Translatin Coalition. I almost said "at" again. All June. So there's already been a bunch of really great games. One of them I've already been in. Knox has already also been in. This is going to be our game where we're going to be playing a fun little game that I kind of hacked called Brides of Dracula, but it's Brides of Carmilla. And so we are supporting with donations. The donation link is going to be in the Twitch chat. And it's also going to be on all of our social media, as well as anyone here who has social media that we've shared so far. Our goal is to hit at least $300. I don't actually know where we are yet. But that's our goal. And when we do get to $300, we're going to be giving a $20 gift card to Friday afternoon tea. So I'm going to go into the system a little bit and then share with everyone the incentives, and then we're going to get straight into the game. So we are playing Brides of Dracula, but instead of Dracula, our Queen of the Night is Carmilla herself. I'm going to just let you all know that this is a pool die system. So many of the incentives are giving extra die to our brides. And so you can help bolster their D6s in their pool. They are subtracting or adding traits, dark gifts, health, and hunger. So you can use the different incentives to help there. This game is also a game where our brides can push. So you can help relieve that stress of pushing by doing like a restored gift at $5. And then also this is a game where the brides will get hunger for exerting themselves for different reasons. And so again, you can give to help them bring back their hunger. And then, of course, there's a couple of things you can do with Carmilla if you want to, keep, because they're all happy, trust me. So if you want to just keep the status quo, you can always give to Carmilla and help me keep my influence amongst the ladies. So those are a couple of the things you can do with your donations. And so after we get into game, probably about 35 minutes, it's going to be pretty much RP and rolling. So about that time is when everyone is going to be able to use some of these incentives. Also, all the donations will be banked. So brides can use the incentives as they want, but they will take as many as you'll give them. Quickly, before I get into what we're going to do for the rest of the time we have together, this is a vampire horror game. It's going to be fun, but it is about vampires. So there might be things like vampirism with humans or vampires or non-pet animals, blood. This is a game about manipulation and a little bit of mind control. And there might be themes of sadness, vengeance, and neglect. So we hope you enjoy, but enjoy with care. All right. Let's get started. I think we're going to start with introductions. And I want everybody to kind of go around and introduce themselves and share your 3 traits. And we'll start with the Queen of the Night herself, Carmilla. And then we'll go around based on your wedding dates, which was probably the happiest day of everyone's lives, I'm sure, which would be Traci, Knox, and Rose. So I'm Tanya, and I'll be your GM, but I'll be Carmilla. And I called her Carmilla the Damned. I know that's kind of taken, but I thought that made sense for her. And I gave her, for her 3 traits, I gave her pillar to be cruelty. Where she basically feels like she is the beginning of the circle and the circle ends with her. And pillar is basically the driving force of your character, and it generally is how they react to problems. Next, her conviction is that she is a curse upon the world, but curses teach you a lesson. And so she feels like she's being taught a lesson with being damned. So conviction is basically something that they've learned through life, a belief, or something that they have bias or influence or influences their reactions. Next is her appearance. This is a trait that basically indicates how others see us. Carmilla's appearance is actually twofold. When she's being seen by the new brides, who are technically human still, and other humans, she kind of looks like a mafia boss. So she's wearing like a white suit. Yeah, she's like a white three-piece suit. She has curly long hair that's like in a low ponytail, and she has like a bunch of gold rings on all of her fingers. And then she has like a gold grill that's also vampire fangs. Yeah. To you guys, though, she actually just looks most of the time like a human-shaped shadow with glowing red eyes. She looks like a monster. And we'll keep our dark gifts to ourselves, but as we use them, we'll explain those. But let's have everybody go around and let's see who our brides are, starting with Traci.
Hello. Tonight I am playing Fiorella. I am the first of the first wives. My pillar is that I am the protector of women cast aside. None shall harm my sisters. My conviction is that I can rely on no one to save me. I must depend on myself. And appearance. Her hair is a dark halo of tight curls, her eyes piercing into those she views either as friend or foe.
I guess that's my turn. Hi, y'all. I'm Nox, and today I'll be playing Idalisa or Isa. Her pillar is that I must better myself constantly in order to benefit my family. My conviction is that family always protects each other, no matter the cost. And my appearance is an unassuming feminine figure. Her hair is always appearing to be floating. And when you look in her eyes for too long, they seem to darken considerably, as if the life is draining out of them. Oh, and Isa uses she, they pronouns, but I use she, her.
Alrighty, hi, I am Rose Blossom, or Rose for short. I use any pronouns, and I am playing Rudina, who uses she, her pronouns. Her pillar is that strength is the only way. Her conviction is if she can become strong enough, surely Carmilla will notice her again. And her appearance is a chimeric being constantly vacillating between beautiful and bestial. She is tall. She's very clearly strong. She has sharp claws, long, thick, mane-like black hair. Her face is somewhat elongated. Her mouth is full of sharp teeth. She has bat ears, long, and constantly twitching and shifting. And coming off her spine is a black wolf tail to match her hair that trails on the ground behind her.
So all my wives look amazing. Okay. In the fashion of the classic movie, The First Wives Club, the original, there is a club that's formed, but in the process of making this club, there is some shared times that the ladies have together. And so we're going to start off with all of you coming together on the day or the night that Carmilla actually announces that congratulations, you'll be getting 3 new family members. No, not the ones you probably want or the ones you've been asking me for. No, you're getting 3 new, well, I'm getting 3 new wives. And that's going to be the new family. And so that's the news you get. And through the shock, you all meet somewhere in the bilges of the mansion and have a conversation that probably leads into talking about some of the reasons why you have so many issues with Carmilla in general, but also these 3 new wives. And there's some dissension, some planning, some lamenting about what could have been. And probably a lot of delicious, real Bloody Marys. And so we're going to go to that moment and let's see what this looks looks like. Traci, describe like where this would be. It should be somewhere like secret or at least private enough to where you won't be walked in on by Carmilla.
It has been a very long time since Carmilla has cared about my apothecary. It's been a very long time since she's come to my tea room. And while I know she knows that it's there where it exists, I feel like it's been such a long time since she has paid me a visit here in my safest place that I think that this would be the best place to meet.
Okay. Can you describe what we see when we look at Fiorella?
Tonight, she is likely a bit more harried than usual. This is not good news. And she has pulled card after card after card. And they tell her the tower, destruction, loss. So she is not happy. And where she normally takes pride in her appearance, she is running around trying to gather tea and tincture components and things to try and make some sense out of this madness. And so the curls that she takes such pride in are frizzed out a bit, and she is running around trying to prepare things for people to actually come visit her, which again has not happened in a while.
Wonderful. Nox, what treasure do you all kind of share? What is the physical manifestation of your sisterhood that you all have built between each other?
I think that when each of us gets married, perhaps we have like a charm bracelet of sorts, and we have a charm to represent each sister and then one to represent Carmilla. I think that would be really sweet.
Of course. At that announcement, she showed you the beautifully ribboned 3 boxes that will be for the 3 new brides, 3 new charm bracelets, so that you all can share in your gifts. What do we see from Issa right now?
Issa is in the corner, sitting down somewhere, and she seems to be staring off into space. And she has a very light smile on her face, but her sisters would know that that's when Issa is at her most dangerous, because she is fuming. And, well, she's fuming so badly that everything that's going on the inside, the outside is calm because all of the energy is inside.
Wonderful. And Sweet Rose, youngest, last to be added to the family, and still holding out a little bit of hope here. How, other than Carmilla just like telling you all, what do you think she actually did to break the news? Like, what did it look like? What did she do?
I think it's more about what she didn't do. I mean, sure, she brought us all together and she told us, but it was the way she said it, the way she regarded us. It felt more like an afterthought than something that she might have felt we genuinely needed to hear. Like she just remembered, perhaps, that we existed and, oh, maybe we should know,
Yes, Carmilla is, we all share certain mannerisms, and Carmilla, as someone who has been alive for a very long time, doesn't have many human mannerisms that she keeps up, but she keeps up one. And that is, she demands a family dinner every night. We're all sitting at the table. We're all hungry, ready to eat together as a family. And this announcement probably literally happened between a fork and a knife, cutting something she can't even eat. Sort of just off the tongue. And you all kind of had to stop for a moment and be like, did we just hear you correctly? Really, really no care taken at all. What is Rose going through right now?
I would say Rudina is also sitting in a chair made for her size, but today, after hearing this news, she seems smaller, deflated somehow. Not literally, she hasn't actually shrunk, but her hair is flatter, almost limp. So is her tail. It's just laying on the floor, not moving, not even twitching. Her ears are drooped down, and she's sort of curled in on herself to where even her face can't be seen.
It is late in the evening. Dinner has concluded. Carmilla is going about her business. You three have the night to discuss. And so you have the floor until we come back to the present day.
Fiorella will have Claudia, her oldest friend, who is still mortal, but has aged a bit older than what Fiorella looks, send each of her sisters an invitation. And that invitation usually comes in the form of something that she has plucked from her garden, a flower that she has grown by night usually, and tended, and is plucked for certain special occasions to invite her sisters to her tea house or her tea room.
Yeah, you two receive this invitation. It's fairly quiet. I think Claudia is, she knows this home well. She's lived here all her life. And so she's able to be able to get to your rooms without being seen and slip the note to both of you.
I think that Issa will receive this flower from Claudia, thank her, hand her a cookie that she's recently baked, and we'll just call out to Luella, her daughter, like, I'll be back in a little bit, Lou. I have some business to attend to.
How old is Luella?
I think she is 20.
Okay. Then she is still up at this time, even though it's quite late. And she understands when you say that you'll be back. It'll probably be who knows when. So she'll kind of nod, and she's probably reading a book in the corner. She'll be up for a couple more hours.
Yeah. And I will slip through the hallways to Fiorella.
When Rudina gets the note, she takes it gently, but doesn't say anything. She sees and recognizes who it is from and what its purpose is. And so, considering it's one of her beloved sisters, she immediately takes off, but to the normal human eye, it's as if she completely disappears.
You are all in Fiorella's tea room. It is the dead of night. What do you all discuss?
It is, I think, not a stretch to assume we are talking about these women, these new women. Were we introduced to them yet? Have we seen them yet?
You have never met them yet.
I know that I am the eldest of us sisters. And I know what we were promised. I know what I hoped for and dreamed of. And for a time, I think I had it. And then we invited both of you. And with that, there were changes and reflections. But with each of you, Carmilla gave thought and pause and discussion. I don't know what this is. Have either of you heard anything?
Rudina doesn't respond visibly or verbally.
I think Issa takes a deep breath and goes, she hasn't told me anything about this, but I can and I can't at the same time believe that she would do this. She's been saying the family is fine. We don't need any changes. It's not time yet for adding to it, knowing fully well that I've been begging since the moment Lou turned 18. And now this.
I don't think this is like her. Carmilla gives thought to everything. And generally, at least with large decisions like this, we're involved in some facet, maybe not as much as we used to be, but something is wrong. This isn't right. This isn't like her. And to not even let us meet them. I tried to lean into the ability the three of us have in being able to communicate with one another without using words. And because I know if I say anything out loud, it could be heard. And so I look at each of them in turn. The sister that came just after me, and then the one that came after her, and make sure that I lock eyes with both of them. For a very long time, my way of surviving was to dive into my work, dive into study, dive into craft. And I think for the first time, this sudden, startling change in Carmilla after years of being together has kind of shaken me out of maybe the reverie of what I was still hoping and dreaming would happen for us as a family. This bond that we were all promised, this family, and the three of us seemed not to be enough. And I will look at both of them, and without speaking, I will let them know that we can't let this happen. We need to find out why this is happening and why she has changed. Are you with me, sisters?
I'm with you.
I think this is when Rudina finally speaks up, very softly, disbelieving. She says, "How could she do this to us?" Her hair and her fur, the fur of her tail suddenly bristles. She grits her teeth. And then, louder, she says, "How could she do this to us?" She looks at Fiorella and says, "You are right, dear sister. We must find answers."
If she sees us together, she'll know. She has that way about her. I think for now, our best option is to divide and conquer. Let's get as much information as we can. And this whole time she's been shuffling her cards, and she pulls up a card and it shows 5 children with wands playing at swords. We need to work together, but there's going to be more than what we expect. And despite the fact that she always thought she was going to have a gift at this, I think this time she is interpreting what she wants to see. We need to find more out. If we can get to the girls and learn more, maybe that's where we can start. I don't.
Surely she'll have the girls somewhere else.
We can rely upon a couple of things, and one of those things is her inability to change her habits. It's to each of us to welcome our new sisters. Initially, I welcomed each of you in turn, and now it just happens to be that there are 3. We could just say that we would like to invite them into the sisterhood before the wedding.
I could have Lou invite. Maybe we each pick a sister. I'll have Lou invite one to my library. You can invite one, perhaps not here, but somewhere. And Rudina, surely there's one who would fit you best. I can ask Carmilla for more information and say we each want to mentor one of our sisters, take one under our wing to make their transition as smooth as possible.
That's wise. I like that.
"I wish you the best of luck, my sister." But
I like
more
that
imp-
too.
Oh, sorry.
Let me have everybody roll your pillar and conviction.
So that's 2 dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need at least a 3.
Okay, yay.
Oh gosh, this is a wonderful start. I got 2 1s.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wonderful.
Normally those rolls are meant for me. Uh-oh.
And that's why you all should donate now.
That's right. That's right.
Donate so you can save my soul.
Oh no.
Otherwise, we disappear.
I got a 7.
Well, what is it? What is on each one?
3 and a 4.
Okay, so you got 1 success.
Gotcha.
Or no, you got 2 successes because you got a 3 and a 4. And what did Issa get?
Oh, that's what you meant. Then I didn't do so hot. I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay, so you also got 1 success. Fiorella and Issa, your letters go out, but they are returned. They are returned. They're like returned to sender, essentially, or whoever you sent out comes back and says that they couldn't deliver it. Rudina, your letter doesn't return. Instead, one night you get a knock on your door, and it is Carmilla. She has not been to any of your rooms ever, but when you open the door, she is holding the letter you attempted to send.
Carmilla, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Rudina, my sweet, did you send this?
Rudina looks between the letter and Carmilla a couple of times, but eventually says,
Yes.
She is silent, almost waiting for you to continue.
I just wanted to welcome our new sisters.
She's going to spend an influence on you, and she wants to know if it was just you that made that decision. And in this moment, you can put your hunger up to 1 to try to rebuke this, or you can just take it.
Well, if it's for her sisters, I think she would take 1 hunger.
Yeah.
To try and resist. How does that go?
Go ahead and roll your conviction.
So that's
take
just
a
1
hunger.
dice.
Yeah. You can push your pillar. You already used it. So you'll take another hunger, but you can take another die. Because I don't see us having any paid die yet. So.
I think for now I'll hold off. So just 1 dice.
Yeah.
Please don't fail me, dice. I got a 4.
Very close. You are able to just simply stick with that. Like just the eye. And even when you can feel her pressing into your mind, you're still able to just over and over again to say, no, it was me. I just wanted to. It was me. I. And she just stares at you for a moment. This breathing that she does is intentional. It's a sort of a sign of her disappointment or annoyance. This was such an idea. I like the initiative, but I will introduce you properly when they are ready. Do you understand?
Rudina, throughout this whole interaction, has been cowering. Obviously, she is taller than Carmilla, but you'd think she was an ant next to her. She nods a little too rapidly and says,
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. And she basically evaporates in front of you into mist and shadow.
Once Rudina is sure that Carmilla is gone, she stands up a little straighter and lets out a deep sigh.
Fiorella and Issa, you get your letters returned. Basically, either it was sent out fine. It's just either the people you were trying to find or the addresses or something, you just couldn't get the person. So I will say you can kind of inference that that means that she has them pretty heavily protected, but also she's not interested in them being contacted by anyone. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss in this kind of flashback scene?
What would be the process to speak with Carmilla? Do we have to go through
My door is always open.
intermediate?
Theoretically.
I think I think then if she gets her note back trying to meet one of the new brides or potential brides, then I think her next step is to go to Carmilla.
Okay.
She'll bring a gift, which is something that she has always done. She'll bring her cards with her, even though that is not how Carmilla uses her gifts. But she will come to try and speak with her quickly before the evening is over.
Now, would you all have mentioned to each other if you also got your other letters returned before you do this?
How far does our mind speak go? Like, how do we have to see each other? Do we have to be in the same room?
I think for you three, if you're careful, you can use it pretty freely. You just have to be careful that she's not paying attention. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, she's usually not.
Oh no, that hurt. Okay, that was rude. That was just rude.
Woof.
So, right? So I will try and slide notes under each of their doors on my way to Carmilla's.
Okay. Rudina, do you get this before she gets there?
Do I have to roll for this?
I'll do kind of. There's not really a luck roll in this game, but we'll see.
Please.
Okay, well, this is a 5, so yeah, I'll say she slips it under, and you're able to grab it, read it before she even like gets down the hallway.
Alrighty. Whew. Can build it a little more dicey there.
So what do you want to do, Rudina?
Oh, I think she would use their telepathic link just to quickly say, Carmilla came to my room. She knows I sent a letter, but she believes it was only me, at least. I think she does. She also said that she would introduce us to the new brides when the time came.
So with that information, you can still go if you'd like, and you can still have the same conversation. But I think even without needing to determine this, you do know that that will piss Carmilla off, just because she will assume that Rudina lied to her, and Rudina will take the brunt of the blame.
Please, Fiorella, don't throw me under the bus.
I won't. No. I think I probably cuss in Italian and head back to my room and probably break something, a fancy teacup or something.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you all would like to discuss as we come back to you all sitting together and discussing what to do with the new bride situation? Okay. We are going to hop into the future, or now the present. It is a beautiful night. Well, it's actually early evening. The sun is actually just starting to go down. So outside, the sun is setting and it's not dark yet. It's kind of a dusty blue. Vampires in this game don't have to have like a torpor state, so you guys are free to walk around, but you're tired during the day. But you can walk around inside as long as you don't come into contact with direct sunlight. Carmilla loves a summer wedding. As you all would know, regardless of what your favorite season is, she likes a summer wedding. So this is the dead of summer, mid-June, beautiful outside. And these three brides that you guys have still yet never met, and we don't really know how long it's been, let's say it's been a couple of months, you are going to hear them and smell them because you smell new humans coming up to the front door. They're coming in one of Carmilla's classic car. It's actually one of her like old Ford jalopies that she's kept. And you can hear them getting out of the car. You can hear them laughing and giggling and talking. You can hear them taking their bags out of the car. They are moving in today, and their rooms are all set up. They're on the other side of the mansion of you guys, of course. And Carmilla has not given you yet any firm instruction. She wants you all to meet for the first time at family dinner, of course. And then she will give you proper instruction on how you guys should be interacting with one another now that you're going to be sharing a home until the brides are vampires, which is not going to be until tomorrow night, because that's when the beautiful summer wedding will be. First, I would like Traci, your Fiorella at this point has probably been relegated to like not necessarily the curator of these ladies. So you were asked to like make sure their rooms are all good. You have been asked to like make sure that their little trinkets are on their beds when they arrive. You've kind of been given tasks that literally any other servant could do, and you wonder why you've been asked to do this, but you kind of know it's probably so that it hurts you. And so you have been doing that, I would assume, kind of faithfully. And so you know that when they arrive, they're going to all go to their rooms to like freshen up, get themselves together, and then they're all going to be coming to dinner. You all will have less than like an hour really to finish up whatever you all are doing and get to dinner. But in that hour, as you all hear them arrive, what is everyone doing around the house? Where are you? What are you doing before the dinner bell rings?
I'd say Rudina is actually getting ready for the dinner. Rudina doesn't usually care too much about her appearance, but obviously this is like a very important dinner. Not to mention, during the summer she sheds a lot, so taking care of her fur and hair is a bit more of a task, and it's a task she begrudgingly does.
Where are you in the manor?
In her room, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to give some context for the audience, this is a huge estate. It's like 100 acres. It's isolated. There's a mansion, there's stables, the classic car garage. There's like cabins and farms and cottages all throughout acres. There's a grass lawn, and there's also a private graveyard. And then each of you have your own, like, basically kind of almost like wing you have all of the things that you'd want your room, but also any other places you'd want to go to regularly, almost like your own like little apartment. Who's next?
So Fiorella is getting herself ready for dinner. She always wants to make sure that she looks good for Carmilla. But she also is, pulling some cards. They don't tell her what she wants to hear. Mostly they tell her that the High Priestess is in charge and that any going against them is a loss of livelihood and a loss of safety. And with that knowledge, she is making tea. And that tea is fine for vampires. But that tea is either going to make a mortal very sick or it is going to kill them. And she is preparing it and stashing it away just in case.
Issa.
I think Issa is actually in the kitchen finishing up packaging some of the baked goods. Sorry, I have a speech impediment. Whatever. She's making cookies and shit.
Yeah.
And she's packaging them up and like writing little notes for like, okay, this is for this servant, this is for this person, this is for them. Make sure to save some for Luella. Oh wait, Claudia wanted some more of these. Just her usual weekly routine because it's like grounding her in some normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as she leaves the kitchen, heads to she wants to stop by her room really quick just to question, is Luella invited to family dinners?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Carmilla, you bitch. I think then she's gonna be like, I want you until while this is all going on, I need you to stay here and just be quiet.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. All right. Love you. I'll see you in a little bit. And then she'll head down for dinner.
Are you packing any of the sweets for the brides? The new brides? I'm sorry. The new fiancés.
I think she did. She doesn't know what they like. So she has 3 with like little samplings, and she made sure not to have like any common allergens in them, to make sure, she doesn't know these brides. She wants to be nice to them. She'll find out if she needs to be mean later, but make a good impression.
Wonderful.
I actually have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
As I am setting up these rooms for these lovely women, I'm sure they're lovely.
Mm-hmm.
What kinds of things am I putting away? Are these things that Carmilla has gifted them, or are they things that might show any of their own personal character?
Yes. At the moment, they have not fully moved in. You've just been getting the rooms ready. So it's like a regular room, just cleaned up with, proper linens and towels and whatnot, and gifts from Carmilla. Things that she thinks they would like, things that they've asked for. And so there might be like some little notions of maybe personality, but mostly the personality you can see is particularly one of them likes fine things.
Are their rooms bigger than ours?
Roll the mean die. Actually, no, they're not necessarily bigger. And in fact, I would say as you're kind of looking at them, they seem odd because I mean they're a regular room and they're nice, but even when you got your like first room, it was an odd, like a huge, you have an ensuite.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs basically kind of almost looks like a little like almost like a dorm or an apartment, but like for like a single person. So they all are kind of cookie cutter. Not with like it's still nice things, but oddly, you're not getting bride like you guys got.
So this is out of character for her, like in a lot of ways.
Possibly.
Ew, I don't like that answer. Yeah, okay. So that I think gives her more questions than answers. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. As the hour comes, other than Rudina, Fiorella and Issa, actually, no, it would still be Rudina because we're no longer in the flashback. So Rudina, you can go back to zero hunger. We can assume that you guys have eaten in between. And so let me have all of you roll your conviction and let me know if you fail.
So just one dice.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's a 6.
Oh,
I got a 5.
okay.
I
Things
got
are
a
looking up.
3.
Okay. Nice. Everyone.
Oh, a 3 is a success.
Yeah,
oh,
3 is
sorry.
a success.
Okay. I thought it was 4 enough. Okay. Yay. Woof.
I'm going to roll 3 die. Okay. Okay. Well, it is almost dinner time and no one is hungry. And you know that Carmilla requires you to be hungry when you come to dinner. Now, in this circumstance, you might find it strange that that's still a request, seeing as how there will be 3 humans at the table. However, she has not indicated that that requirement has been changed. So, how would you all like to get hungry? That's a fun question.
I've already got a little. Are they in the building yet? Can we tell that they're here?
Yes, they're like walking up the stairs.
Shall I divulge one of my dark gifts since I'm going to probably spend blood to use it?
Yeah.
I have Scent of Blood. You can sense fear, injury, or strong emotion nearby.
Okay.
And so I will probably use that to try and sense if the gals are giving off any vibes other than, I'm so excited, I'm going to get married.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll 2 die and take a hunger.
Yep. Oh no, not great. That's a 2 and a 1, so 2 failures.
Okay. You at first you do smell fresh human blood. It smells delicious to begin with, but it doesn't give you what you thought you were going to get, because instead of getting the emotion of excitement or, because they just got back from shopping and so maybe they're happy, you get fear and confusion and a want to get out. And you realize that you are accidentally scenting whatever Carmilla is currently prepping for dinner.
That's not great. Awesome. Thanks.
Who's next?
I could go next.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll also do a dark gift. I'd like to use beast shape to go for a little flight.
Wonderful.
Pre-dinner flight.
Go ahead and roll 2 die and take a hunger.
2 die. I'm gonna roll that one again. I got a 3 and a 2.
Okay. What do you look like in this beast form?
I think she just Rudina opens her window, flexes her shoulders, hunches over, and big bat wings sprout from her shoulder blades.
Nice. And you just take a lap.
Yeah, you know.
Get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, since you only got the one success, the 3 ladies, as they are walking up the stairs, they kind of get like that gust of wind as you are flapping going up towards the sky, and they kind of like look around and wonder where it came from, but they don't see anything. They keep going. Isa.
Man, I'm really wishing I took something that I could do without other people being involved, because I didn't.
You can also, well, you probably wouldn't want to do this, but you can ask Carmilla to make you hungry.
I'm scared of what that means. Sure, let's do it. I don't know what that means.
I think this is it's not too regular, but perhaps if it was last minute and you hadn't gotten yourself together, like maybe Fiorella and Rudina, once in a while you might ask that. It does make her use an influence, and so it's something that, she only has 3 for this game anyway, and so she would just, like, unless she was upset with you, which she's not, she would just make sure that you were hungry. So you would tick a hunger and she would do an influence over you. Oh, what does she want that to look like? I think she's going to send you a vision of, I think, Luella, maybe walking down the aisle, wearing a beautiful white dress and long white veil. When she gets to the end, you're there and you lift her veil and she's there as a vampire. And then Carmilla comes and rips her neck out.
What the fuck? I'm so glad we did that really loud test earlier.
And you have 1 hunger.
Thanks. I needed that.
You're welcome. 1 less influence.
Fuck, I needed it.
And the dinner bell rings out across the mansion. It is dinner time.
I want to make sure that I enter as soon as I am able to. Not too early, not too late. However, let me ask a question, storyteller. Do I still own my wedding dress?
You can decide that if you want.
I think because I love her so much and have spent my life dedicated to her, that I would have reached out to whoever I could to keep it safe and to, like, protect it from the elements of time. And I think tonight is a perfect night to break that out of its storage and wear it entering the dinner.
I love that. You can roll appearance as you go in, and you just hold out on that though.
Yep.
Because I want to see what Rudina and Isa are doing before I kind of describe what you all are walking into. Issa, you're a different type of hungry, because you're probably having a bit of a moment. So
I'm
I'll
a
say you're,
traumatized kind of hungry.
so I'll say you're arriving at least last.
Yeah, probably. Gonna just go check that my kid's still alive for a second. Don't mind me.
So Rudina, after your flight, how are you arriving to dinner?
I think she's just kind of like patting herself down, brushing, like kind of like smoothing over her hair, making sure she doesn't look like she just went for a quick flight. um, Rudina's wedding dress, if it is still around, no longer fits her. So I'd say that she's probably wearing like a simple flowy kind of dress that goes down to like her knees. No sleeves, got to show off those muscles, but um she's brushed her hair. Kind of it's pretty wild and unruly most of the time, but she has managed to somewhat tame it and put it into a low ponytail. And you can actually she managed to make it so that you can actually see her eyes. Usually her hair kind of gets in the way, but um you can see she has bright, round, big green eyes, green like a forest. And
Beautiful.
also her tail is also smoothed down and brushed.
Nice.
And
Okay. You can roll appearance too. And
mm,
Issa, after you have double checked that Luella is still fine, how are you arriving to dinner?
I think Issa's thing is always don't let them know how strong she is. So she's appearing in a nice dress, but it's probably plain compared to the others. But it's tailored nicely. And she is, using her cane to walk down to it. And it's a very nice, ornate wooden cane that I imagine Carmilla gave her. Would be a lovely steak someday. And oh shit, can I do that? Can I stake Carmilla with my cane? Sorry. What was I doing?
You were going to dinner?
I'm going to dinner. So I have ADHD. And she's just pulling up behind the others. But she is now calm on the outside again. Where it's like just that nice, pleasant smile. And her hair is floating behind her. But she's like inside, like pissed off. Pissed off and anxious. Like there's both.
Wonderful. I think because Fiorella and Rudina are walking in kind of right behind each other and you're behind them, they can roll with appearance as they have taken to certain looks. And this is what you all see as you walk in. This is, of course, a huge, long, unnecessarily long table that kind of takes up half of the room. It's pure wood, probably hand carved a millennia ago. It has a beautiful, fine linen on it. There's fine china, fine crystal, silver candelabras. And she really likes high-end fixtures, and she really loves the traditional table setting. And so that's what you're seeing, along with these huge, tall, backed wooden chairs, very medieval. And generally, the seating order of the table is important to Carmilla in terms of your station and your closeness to her. And that's always been really important to her. So she sits at the end of the table. There is no chair at the other end of the table because no one is her equal. But there are 3 chairs that are to her right. What she calls, her 3 angels, her 3 right-handed, right? Which is you 3. And it goes in order of Fiorella, Issa, and Rudina. Usually there's also other chairs in case you guys have guests. And in this case, there are 3 other chairs on the other side, on her left side, in that same order. They are empty because 3 women are sitting in your seats. The first one is, how do I say, interesting. She is very young, maybe like 22. She can't be more than 22. And she's actually wearing like an oversized Team Edward shirt. It's like huge and black, and it's just really long. That's just kind of like a t-shirt skirt. And she has like really long black hair and like blunt bangs, big eyeliner, big eyeshadow. She's going for like the new goth look. And she is sitting in Fiorella's seat. Next to her is a very beautiful young woman, but she is more interested in the cutlery because she keeps taking pictures of it, kind of like moving her plate around, moving like the cutlery, like moving, like taking like the cute little swan napkin and kind of like just getting the right angles for whatever she's doing on her phone. Surprisingly, she even has a phone. Carmilla's not the biggest fan of technology, but apparently not only does she have a phone, but she has a dinner table. And then, so she's sitting in Issa's seat. And then in the last seat is a fairly out of place young woman. She's a little older than the other 2. She has like big kind of like Coke bottle glasses, and she has just her hair up in a bun. And she's kind of wearing like a brown blazer dress. And she's sort of just sitting there with her hands clasped, you know, waiting for food while she kind of listens to the other 2 girls next to her talk. From what you guys can tell as you enter, it doesn't look like maybe this was intentional because Carmilla's not in the room yet. So either no one has given them instruction on where they should sit, or, you know, they just got there first and took a seat, or perhaps they've eaten here before without you're not really sure what's happening. It's a bit confusing. But as they 3 look up and see you all coming in, Fiorella and Rudina, go ahead and roll your appearances.
Heck yeah.
Okay. What can I add to this? Because I'm mad.
Ooh, well, you can add your
rough, isn't it?
conviction. I mean, you can add your conviction and your pillar if you're mad enough.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Can I also do that?
Yep.
Yay! So I have 3 dice.
Just know that this is the beginning of dinner, so this is the round, which means if you want to use any of these rolls again, if you use all 3 of them, you do have to push.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, crap.
But Jerry did it. So what did you guys get?
No, I got 2 3s.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait,
Okay.
sorry. Ooh, okay. I got a 3, a 5, and a 6.
You got 3 successes.
Wow.
Dang.
And seeing as how Fiorella got 1, that's a lot. And so we'll kind of just say this group of 3 of you, what aura do you want to push into these women as they all 3 look up at you coming into the room?
Sorry, what? What?
What like aura or
What's the
like, what do
vibe?
you want? Yeah, what do you want them to feel kind of rolling off of you in terms of emotion?
Oh, okay. Well, Rudina, for one, already strikes a very intimidating figure.
Mhm.
But now you would feel waves of outrage coming off of her.
Okay.
If there was a way to distill the feeling the first time a senior looked at you as a freshman, like, and make that vampire, that's what this would be. We were here first. And I think wearing the wedding dress that I was married in, I was here first. And I am not going to displace them from the seats that they're in. but I will be taking the first seat immediately to the left. I don't want them to have the the satisfaction of seeing me upset. So I'm walking in looking at them like they're the newbies in school and they know nothing, and I was here first.
Okay. Anything else that you guys want them to kind of feel? Or is that it?
I don't want them to like notice Issa that much right now.
Okay.
I think she wants to like blend in. Like she'll wait until Fiorella takes her seat before she takes her seat. And again, it's just that same smile. Wordlessly, she'll put down the boxes of the baked goods that she had for them. And yeah, she'll be like, welcome.
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna just say as they see you, because of the high rolls, and I think the main one is fear, and since Rudina rolled highest, they are gonna look at you in terror. And I think maybe it crosses you guys' minds that this is probably the first time they've ever seen a vampire. Like they've seen Carmilla, but you know that Carmilla looks as pleasant as she can to humans. She doesn't look vampiric. But when they see you three, they can kind of see the vampiric monster. And it kind of, I think it just freaks them out a bit because it's a shock. And so they are sort of terrified and cowering. I'll also say that I think they get it. I think they get the mean girl, like you're in our seat kind of situation. And I think they just kind of, particularly the wannabe goth with the big shirt, kind of just starts kind of getting up, like immediately apologizing. She's like, we weren't given instruction. We'll get up. We'll move. Get up. Everyone starts getting up. It is customary. You three know it's kind of customary to be at your seat, but to stand and wait until Carmilla comes so that you all sit together. Obviously, so you can kind of also tell that they just haven't been given any instruction, right? They kind of came in, they knew they were going to have dinner, and so they just kind of took the first seats. But they knew not to, sit in the big seat because that makes sense. But yeah, they all kind of stand up and kind of like shimmy down a bit nervously and take other seats.
I will do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go.
I will do them a kindness and whisper a bit, not whisper, but speak in a low tone to them. Do not sit until she sits. And then I'll move over back into my chair, into my normal seat.
Issa's gonna nod and follow.
They were all reseated, and then they stand up again. Like, oh, sorry. They seem very fish out of water right now.
I think Rudina taking a sort of pleasure in their fear would give them a toothy smile, though considering how many teeth and how sharp they are, it definitely comes across as more of a snarl.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to follow her sister's leads, though her tail is slowly swishing behind her, and you can pick up a low growl vibrating in the air.
I don't have a character sheet for them, but I think this deserves a roll. Okay. You kind of see the one with the big t-shirt kind of give you an up and down look, like, oh my God. She's scared, but not that scared, And they stand kind of waiting. And it only takes a couple of like a second or two or a couple of minutes of this interaction to combine together before Carmilla walks in. She is dressed for dinner, which means she's not wearing her over jacket like her blazer. She's just wearing her shirt and vest, more, casual. And she immediately just comes and takes a seat, as she always does. And as she takes a seat, you guys take a seat. And as you guys take a seat, the new girls just kind of like watch and they're like, okay, we're sitting. Okay. They're getting it. They're learning. They look very young. Like, obviously they're young because they're human, but they look very young. Definitely all of them under like 25. And you're like, interesting. And you all sit. So commences with courses. First course, second course, third course. This is Carmilla's mannerism. So it's human food. She requires you to come hungry so that you can just be hungry. It's the sensation of being hungry when you're at the dinner table, not necessarily going to satiate you. So you'll have to eat when you leave. However, usually it's just you three and Carmilla, not the humans that sit at the table and eat. And so they are fully digging in. Like, this is so good. These are delicious. Just eat their steak and pork, like everything, because it's a several course meal. And the one that is now sitting across from Issa is sort of like, every time she eats something, she puts it down and then takes a picture of it, and then puts something else down and then takes a picture of it, and then she takes a selfie of herself, and then she's like texting. The one that's across from Rudina is kind of staring at you, and she's the first to introduce herself, as Carmilla has said nothing. She sat down silently, waited for her to get food, and she eats. She obviously doesn't look like she's enjoying it because she can't digest this, but she is doing the motions because she wants to. And you guys are sitting there, one big happy family, eating. And so Bella, or the girl, introduces herself as Bella to Rudina specifically, kind of just like leans over the table and says like, hi, I'm Bella. So are you like a werewolf, or are you like a vampire werewolf, or what's going on here?
As soon as, almost immediately after Bella speaks, this is the one that was giving her the look-see, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that, like, Rudina probably didn't, well, if she did notice it, she didn't pay it any mind.
Mm-hmm.
Rudina immediately freezes. Like, she just stops moving.
Just literally freezes.
Waits for Bella to stop speaking.
Yeah.
And then she says, Rudina, and begins moving again.
Wow, that's such a cool name. So do you like read, or do you like watching movies? And she's just going to try to engage you with conversation the entire dinner. And dinner lasts about an hour. It doesn't last a long time, but that's what she's doing. Across from you, Issa, the girl that is taking pictures of everything, she hasn't really looked up at you at all. She's maybe like glanced at you once, and you can tell she's maybe thought about like lifting the camera to take a picture of you, but double checks herself immediately. Anytime she looks in your direction, she's like, that's a bad idea. And then she just doesn't. But she's taking pictures of her food, eating her food, taking pictures of her food. I think eventually she tries to do some sort of small talk, and it's mainly like questions. She just introduces herself. We'll call her Sherry. Sure, we'll call her Sherry. Oh no, we'll call her Mandy. But she'll just kind of ask you like random questions. So, do you have like an Instagram, or are you still on like Snapchat? Like, how do you
I have an
interact with the
Instagram?
world? Yeah.
Yeah, I have an Instagram. What's your handle?
Oh, Oh my god, amazing! Yeah, I'll send it to you, and you
Yeah.
guys go back and forth with your handles, and you see she's fairly popular, beautiful girl on there. She has a good amount of followers. She does a lot of just any content. It's just really pretty, right? So it's like there's gold flecks everywhere, and she puts a lot of filters on everything. Everything's like cutesy and pretty, and that's kind of like her branding. What's on your Instagram?
Books,
She's
plants.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kind
Yeah,
of like a
I really-
homemaker type of, is that what?
Kind of
You're
like
going
a, what's it called? Dark academia.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
cute,
but I
cute.
love the pictures you're taking. You're really good at that.
Oh my goodness, thank you. um, and so you guys have a lovely conversation. She doesn't eat your cookies, but she grabs them, and everyone has your cookies. Fiorella across from you is she introduces herself as Carrie Ann. And she has kind of just been talking sort of nonstop, sort of waiting for you to say something. She's talking a little quickly, not really realizing that she's talking very quickly. But she's just kind of like, and so, I really started this canvassing because, I was just really, really into what's going on over here in the 24th district. Have you read what's going on in the 16th? Because that was a whole situation. Let me just catch you up. And she just is chatting and chatting and chatting, mostly about like polls and like what's going on in like different polling areas and districts.
At some point, I stop her. I'll try to find an opportune moment in the conversation to kind of pause her. Let me ask you this, Carrie Ann. How did you meet our beloved wife?
Oh my goodness, that's actually a really cute story. So, I was going door to door down in the town, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I got thrown out of a window, and I was bleeding horribly on the ground, and this gorgeous woman walked up and just picked me right up off my feet, and really nursed me back to health. And we talked long about just some of the aggression that can happen when you're trying to talk about certain topics in certain places. And then she went in and had a lovely conversation with the store owner. I think he has since moved town, I think, something like that. His business is closed, but and we just continued to talk after that. And one thing led to another, and here I am. How did y'all meet? Is that a rude question?
Let me answer your question with another question. Did she explain to you that she was married?
Yes.
I kind of look over just gently to see, is Carmilla even paying attention to any of this, or is she just completely zoned out?
She's not zoned out because
Okay.
she's always paying attention.
Right.
But she is looking like she's not paying attention. She's on her third course, enjoying dinner.
While we are having this conversation and I ask this question, I clear my throat and I point to the correct fork that Carrie Ann should be using, and wait to hear her response as to whether or not she knew Carmilla was married.
She kind of looks at the fork and she's like, "Oh, that's what, I've never even used real forks. Usually I just use plastic forks." Yes, we did. Well, I did. Yes. And we understand that this is sort of like an undead marriage, I guess. And that we're entering into a situation, and I'm totally on board with that. You all seem like real nice ladies.
I don't know that she can't help from laugh. That was very polite. You'll learn here that lying doesn't tend to work for long.
She looks very confused at that. All right. Well,
Can
there's
I
a bit of
ask
an awkward
Mandy
silence. What was
a
that?
que- Can I ask Mandy a question?
Sure.
Mandy, so why do you want to? Well, I guess two questions. What are you excited to marry Carmilla? But also, what makes you want to be a vampire?
You guys have been talking about kind of like other stuff, and this is a bit of a change. And she's like, oh, well, I know that eventually I'm gonna get my numbers up, but I feel like I might need like a little bit more time, maybe like a couple of decades. Or I'm thinking maybe I invent my own new social media platform, right? Like really boss it up. So I have like a lot of plans for that. And I'm assuming being a vampire will help with that. Also, there's not really any real vampires with social media accounts. So I feel like that's going to be really popular.
I could understand that, playing the long game when it comes to your content. Sounds like you have a really good strategy.
Well, I try. I went to business school for like 2 days. So Carmilla said she would help me with all of that, like the business part. It's not really my, I don't really have an interest in that, but she's very good with business and other stuff, probably.
She is. She's had the time to learn all of this.
And she looks great for her age, which
She does.
I'm assuming is like, I don't know, 60 or something.
I say this with all the love in my heart. Bless your heart.
Carrie Ann just snickers. I don't know what's going on over there.
Dear, I'm older than 60. Carmilla is much older than that.
Oh my gosh. You look great.
Thanks.
I love that. She's more on board than ever.
Oh, God. I'm being too nice. No.
You're not helping.
I can't
supposed to
help
hate
it. My
these women.
vampire's really nice to people.
You're giving us a bad reputation. You're ruining our reputation.
You two can be scary enough, okay?
They're here to replace us.
Don't gonna get replaced by a fucking iPad, kid.
Before we go on break, Rudina, is there anything you want to converse with Bella?
And oh.
And I think that's the perfect place to take a break. And we'll be back to finish up this this game of Brides of Carmilla.
Asterix wave Asterix.
Oh. All right, and we are back. So, we were at the dinner table. Moving forward, we'll just be playing with Rudina and Fiorella, and we will say that Issa is still there with us, but she is doing something in terms of just backing you up, Fiorella, or she is kind of doing her own machinations. So, you were all sitting at the dinner table and kind of going back and forth and having a conversation with these three new ladies. This entire time, Carmilla has been not really paying attention or showing that she's not paying attention, but clearly paying attention. And I think once in a while she'll kind of bring her gaze up to look at everyone, just to kind of look around the table, see how everyone's getting along. She seems fairly pleased that you all are being kind and civil and working with the girls because that's what she wants, clearly. And if there's nothing else you all want to do at the table, then we will end dinner.
I want to make sure that despite the fact that we are all working towards, like, establishing dominance, at least the original three were trying to make our presence seen and felt. I am not so far removed from humanity that their situation isn't, their plight is not still there in front of my face. Mm-hmm. I remember, though it has been a very long time, I remember the promises that were made to me. I remember being courted and having the attention of Carmilla, her eyes on me. And I remember how wonderful that felt, how intoxicating it felt. And so it's important that during this meal, while yes, I don't even think I understand all the things they're talking about. I don't know what an Instagram is. I'm sure they've tried to explain it to me before. That doesn't really interest me. But being reminded of that humanity, they're still alive. They still have a chance. And so I think that kind of regulates her system in a way that she did not feel when sitting down. As the meal progressed, she was reminded they're just girls and they're really young. Mm-hmm. And so I think looking to her sisters and then Carmilla, do we often get an opportunity to speak directly to her? Like if at family dinner, I ask her, Carmilla, a question, will she answer it? Or are we not expected to do that?
You can always ask her questions.
There just might be a price. I think as the meal starts to draw to a close, and the three sisters have pretended to push around things on our plate and mimic eating them, I will look over to my wife, realizing that this may be the last time I look to her from this seat. Mm-hmm. And mi amore, what can we do tomorrow to make this a dream for you? You've had so many wives, and now you have three. How can we give each their moment with you?
She immediately looks pissed. For me?
Yes, it is your wedding too.
It's a day for the family, Fiorella. Aren't you excited?
Yes, I suppose it is a bit out of the ordinary to have three at one time. So the situation is different than it has been in weddings past. So I did not know if there were new expectations.
She looks over at the 3 new ladies. Do you all need anything from me or from my wives? And they all just kind of like nod. No, not really. We ever address. I think we're all set. And then she looks back to you.
And your vision for what they can add to our family.
What was that?
Your vision to what they can add to our family.
Fiorella, are you asking why I am adding 3 new wives? That is what I'm hearing that you're trying to ask.
Sure. Yes. I want to make sure that my understanding is, this is quite sudden. I think that you would think it odd that your wives who have known you and loved you for so long not ask.
She's going to take a long, deep breath in. She's still kind of holding her fork and knife, and she'll kind of put them on the plate. And the tension in the room just becomes like a tight coil. And she's going to use her last influence on you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take a hunger.
Okay. Yep.
And before you see this image, this scene that plays out behind your eyes, you first hear her in the sweet voice that she tends to have when she's speaking, turns to a growl when she's in her regular form, because right now she looks kind of humanish to everyone to make sure that the new brides are feeling comfortable. But in your mind, it sounds like a beast, like an animal is growling at you. And she's just like, you can never be happy, can you? And you're going to see a scene of Claudia as a little girl running through the fields, running on the lawn, so happy. You see her get older. Now she's a teenager. She's looking at a boy across from the table. Then she's getting older. You see her as a young woman cleaning up around the estate. And you see her as she is now, an old woman. And you see her lying on the ground with her neck snapped. And it's not just the scene that is so visceral, but the noise of crunching and slurping, as you can kind of tell she's being eaten by something. And then she turns to everyone else. Well, I've lost my appetite. And she pushes her plate away and stands up and leaves the room. The 3 ladies don't really know what's going on. They're just sort of sitting there, and she leaves, and they kind of look back at you 3, confused. Okay. Well, this is Bella. I don't know. Do we want to maybe do like a nightcap before we go to bed or something? It's a big night tomorrow, so we should.
Do you have family? She interrupts completely.
They all kind of just stare at you, confused. Yeah. I have my mother and a little brother. Sure.
You'll never see them again. Did she tell you that?
They have nothing to say. They just kind of look at one another.
I think Rudina would look over at Fiorella and see that she's clearly been affected by something Carmilla did. Though she did not see it, she can get an idea, and I think she can't quite she reaches over with her arm to like put it on her sister's shoulder.
The mood has turned from the friendliness that was going on to now sort of they're back to being afraid. And so they'll just sort of, some of them will just kind of take their plates and go, we should probably get to bed. So it's nice meeting you all, I guess.
I will look over to my sisters. I think in my eyes, there is a look that I want to do more, that I want to say more, and I don't know if I should, and I'm seeking their thoughts. Because right now I could say some things. I don't know what that would do. And I think she's looking to Issa and Rodina for guidance.
Rodina would give Fiorella a small smile and say through their mental link,
I will follow your lead, sister.
She takes a deep breath and she centers herself. She doesn't need a breath. She hasn't needed a breath in a very long time. But the act of reminding herself that she is in control of this moment in her body, and that's the only thing she's in control of, is her breath, her body. And she will kind of shake it off and put a smile back on her face. I'm sorry. Carrie Ann and Mandy.
Mandy, yep.
Bella.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. We were not informed until last night that you even existed. So forgive me for not being welcoming. You will become our sisters. And in this sisterhood, we share everything.
Oh.
And I hope that we can trust one another very soon.
This is quite the face you're trying to put on here.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to need a conviction roll.
So I already used a conviction.
Mm-hmm.
So then what do I have to do? I have to push?
Yep.
To use
So
it again?
Another hunger.
Look,
Can I
how
help
hard does this go?
What was that? Can you help?
yeah, sorry, can I help my sister?
Sure. How are you helping?
I think just kind of mentally giving her strength.
Okay.
So, do I have to roll anything?
Let's have you roll your pillar, or your appearance, or both, but you'll have to push as well.
Oh, okay. And that would give me 1 hunger?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Tanya,
really, 2.
really quick. Oh.
All right. I got a 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Yay.
And it was my pillar.
Okay.
So, Tanya, may I ask, how high does hunger go before something happens?
More than 4, I would say.
Okay, I'm creeping.
Yeah.
All right. So I have my conviction. And then what do I get with my sister's assistance? Does that just add a success?
Yeah, that'll just add a success.
Great, because I usually roll like crap. So let's see. That's a 3. I'll take a 3.
2 successes then. As you two are unified in front of these ladies, and even though your face is straining, it is doing enough to convince them that you have calmed down, even though you haven't. And so they're just kind of like, okay, great. And Carrie Ann just is like, all right, well, we would love to have, I don't know, like, do vampires do brunch? Like a blood brunch? Is that a, I don't know. We kind of look at each other like, that sounds gross. I'm like, yeah. We'll after the wedding, we'll all have a drink, I guess. It's very clear that they have no idea what's gonna happen when they become a vampire.
Like you.
I think Rudina would say, "Oh," like with again that smile snarl. Would be like, "Oh no, we should meet even sooner than that. Right, sisters?" And she looks to Fiorella and Issa.
We have a tradition. The night before a new sister is brought in, we meet just before midnight. We get together.
Bella is super excited. Do we run in the woods or something? Or
I cannot tell you more.
This is gonna be so exciting. And now she's excited.
So get some rest. Ready yourselves. I have prepared your rooms as well as I can. And then we will come find you.
Oh my gosh, wonderful. At this point, they are
Wear comfortable shoes.
What was that?
Wear comfortable shoes.
Oh, okay. Bella's like, we're totally gonna like see someone turn into a werewolf, guys. Gonna be amazing. And I'm like, I don't think that's what's happening, Bella. I think at this point, Carrie Ann will sort of, as they're all leaving, will sort of also just really quickly, to just both of you, as Nisa kind of is getting up from her chair. She'll just be like, thank you for getting the rooms ready. I was told that I would have like some things in the refrigerator for me. I have a particular like seltzer water that I enjoy. Do you know where the kitchen is?
We can escort you. The grounds here can be somewhat labyrinthine. I'm happy to escort you. My sisters may join me if they wish.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Do I have any idea where a kitchen would be?
You could ask one of the staff. But in that same moment, Mandy also kind of stops as she kind of overhears Carrie Ann asking this, and she turns around. She's like, "Oh yeah. I know that I was given just regular sheets, and I like them, but I do have these really like I have some nice sheets. Can I get those? Like, is there someone I can talk to?" And then after she says that, Bella jumps in like, "Oh yeah, that's right." And so they start kind of asking you 3 questions that don't really make any sense why they would be asking you these questions. And there's not like a knowledge roll in this game, like an insight, but there's something just really odd about whatever this is, this whole situation. But yeah, they are looking at you all as the answers to everything, literally everything.
Did Carmilla not explain to you what will happen on your wedding night?
Well, she said you would. She said when we met you all, and we became fast friends. That we would probably have like a girl talk. So I'm assuming that's what we're doing when we all meet.
Are we expected to give you the fangs and the bees talk?
They all look at each other like, we don't know what that means.
You know, know
who's
what
like,
she is, yes?
I think I've read about that. There's like some exchange of blood, right?
Yes, and then you die.
Right, but it's like super hot.
Do you know where your organs go? Do you know the meal that's in you right now that you just ate? Do you know where that goes when you die? It doesn't get magically spirited away by sprites. It comes shooting out of you in agony.
Mandy kind of looks over at Bella. I told you it wasn't magic. And they just stare at you. And they're like, okay, well, good to know, I guess.
Does that not trouble you? Actually, let me ask you this, Tanya. Do I know that when she woos someone, when she courts them, does she use any vampiric powers to like, oh, this is not such a big deal. You're going to love it. It's going to be beautiful and magical. Like, does she use things to make, or are they just being really nonplussed about it?
I think what you're seeing here is an intentional, like an intentional way that she has presented everything. Like it's specifically knowledge has been withheld on purpose.
But they also don't seem to be too bothered by it.
But they also don't really understand. Like I think you all can kind of get a sense that unlike back in when you guys were changed and vampires were a horror and a myth, today they're kind of hot and cool and rich.
And rich.
Yeah. And so to them, they're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, okay.
I look over to Rudina and Issa like, get a load of this. Am I supposed to tell them this right now?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Essentially, I'm looking at my sisters like, am I going to have to spell it out for them? Like, should I be telling them this right now?
Oh, I think Rudina would like stand up straight, really use her height to look down her nose at these three women, and she says,
My sister speaks the truth. I suggest you listen.
All right. Well, then we'll listen when we all meet later, I guess. But we have to get our beauty sleep because we are having a full wedding tomorrow.
Yes, go rest. I'll have your fancy water and your fancy sheets sent to your rooms.
Thanks. And they skip off.
Am I mad? Am I going mad? Is that what's happening? Have I been here so long that I've just gone mad?
No, sister.
and she like kind of pats her on the back.
You are as sane as the rest of us.
That's not saying much, Rudina. Okay. So these women are infants. They don't know what is expected. They don't know what's going to happen. Something is wrong. Something's very wrong with Carmilla, with us, with these women. And she will look at her sisters and really, really hope that Carmilla is not actually close enough to hear telepathically what she is about to say. This can't happen.
Let's see.
Blinks. Oh, sorry.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So,
No, that's not completely fine.
okay. So I am going to look to Rodina and Issa and ask them if we can go for a walk. We have been resting most of the day. Like, we don't sleep, but we've been resting most of the day. I ain't tired. This is my day.
Now you all are hungry. So it might make sense to go for a walk, find a stable. They don't have horses. Get something to eat.
Yes, that's great. Yeah, let's do that, sisters.
Yes, let's.
I will say you guys just are able to do that and go to the stables, get something to drink, and you can slake your hunger. Come back down to 0.
Yippee.
Okay. So I know my sisters have some powers. I'm not sure. Do we all know each of each other's gifts? Or are some of them secret, some of them known?
That's up to you guys.
I don't think that Fiorella would hide anything. At least she wouldn't have thought to hide anything at first. She may have wished that she could have later.
Mm-hmm.
Have either of you been able to sense anything with Carmilla? Heard anything? Been able to speak with any of the assistants here?
No, not since she came to my room. I have not spoken to Carmilla, and well, I'm not much of a people person, so I haven't really talked to anyone else besides you two and my pup.
We should send them away first. That's the first thing we should do.
Just above table, send who away?
Sorry, our what do we call them? We don't call them like our ghouls, but that's kind of what they are. They're our
ghoulish gang.
Yes.
Your whoever they are
Wards,
to you.
maybe?
Yeah, either be your ward or
Yeah.
your friends or your companions.
She sent me a vision of Claudia, of her life and the things that she wanted, and her neck broken as she laid on the ground and something was devouring her. She's threatening the things that we love.
Sister, I'm so sorry you had to see that.
And she again puts her hand on Fiorella's back.
And I think she's probably been shuffling cards. I don't know why I'm pantomiming. I literally have been shuffling cards this whole time. And she flips a card over. It's a picture of the back of a man who is looking down, grieving as there are cups spilled around him on the ground. We've got to do something. And the only way that we can do it is together. Do I know any way to fight her? She's stronger than us.
Yes.
She's smarter than us. She's got more dark gifts than us. Does she have any like of the old like stereotypical vampire like curses? Like she can't, she has to sleep in her own soil from her homeland or anything. Do I know of anything like that?
She does. She has a bedroom, but that's not generally where she sleeps. She does sleep in a very, very old coffin which is her very first one. It's not covered, but it is dug in a pit, and the pit does have fresh soil. So that is where she sleeps, and she is still very vulnerable to sunlight, to direct sunlight. So she prefers not to go anywhere near, windows or outside during the day.
And when the wedding is planned for what time of day tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
So in the evening, probably. I will say, at the moment, I don't think she's necessarily worried about you three, or this whole situation.
She's already given up on us.
Yeah. So if you were to plan something, I would say plan it and go through with it and just see what happens. And try to do it as close to daylight as possible.
Yeah.
Just don't get yourselves caught.
Sisters, I know that you love her. I love her too. But she has now broken her promises to us. She's going to break them to those girls as well. And she's going to kill them. And then they will be like us. And then what will happen to us? I am going to try and find out during the day what I can find out. Does she ever keep a journal or anything like that we would know of?
She probably does. Where it would be, or it would probably be in her study.
I don't know what to do. What are your suggestions?
How about we forward to you all talking to the girls?
Yes.
See what their responses are based on that conversation. Tell me what the plan is, and then let's execute it. See how it goes.
All right. Let's go get them girls. Them dum-dums.
Operation Brides of Carmilla. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, on 3. I said 3, not 6. 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
all right.
6.
So we go. Yeah, we go with. I will prepare some gifts. I'm sure we all have little trinkets and baked goods and things to give the girls. I am bringing them a pot of tea, not the tea. That, however, is going to be in my pocket. I will have enough servings for several people in my pocket. And we go with cookies and midnight, not margaritas, but midnight tea and baked goods.
And they have been having quite a few margaritas, kind of unlimited. They're happy. They're excited for the next day, and so they're still kind of partying. But they're excited to see you guys when you arrive.
I think I'm the talky one. That was not what I was intended on being, but I think I'm the talky one. I'm the oldest, so I will be the talky one. So I'll knock on all their doors. I know where all their rooms are. I helped make them up. Thank you very much, my beloved wife. And we will invite them out to a wooded area not far from my gardens. That you said that there was a wooded area around the estate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Great. Yeah.
I have a couple of candles in little candle holders. I suspect this probably was a thing that actually happened when I had new sisters coming. and we will get them out to an area that is got a little fire pit, and we'll start a midnight blaze, and not too big because I don't love fire, but
Right.
enough.
They're all super excited. They're in their pajamas. Bella has gotten them both. One of them has like a Team Jacob shirt on, and the other one has a Team Edward shirt on. And that's what they're wearing as their pajamas. And they kind of like stumbled out there with you guys with their picture of Margarita. And they're around a fire, and they're like, "This is so cool. Oh my gosh, we're going to be vampires, and we're going to be young and cool forever. And maybe we'll write like a book." This is what they're talking about as they're just like laughing and assuming that this is the whole point.
I will clink a teacup with a little teaspoon. This is the part of the evening that is a challenge. We were meant to be sisters and to protect one another, and I take that very seriously. I want you all to know that this wedding is different than any of the weddings that have happened before. She has never married more than one person at a time. There is a change that has happened in her, and I don't know how long she's been seeing all the rest of you, but I'm going to cut to the chase.
Before you say anything more,
Yeah.
Carrie Ann kind of looks confused, and she's like, "Well, I'm not seeing her. That's weird." And Bella also goes, "Yeah, no." And then they just kind of
Does
wait.
she not court you?
Court?
You're marrying her tomorrow.
Mandy is kind of like, I mean, sure, but it's like a thing, right? It's like a vampire marriage or whatever those are, and you get to like have a wedding because we're never gonna have a wedding. It's not like a marriage.
No, it's a marriage. It's a marriage.
Oh,
I
and they
think
kind of look at each other like, we're pretty sure it's not. It'd be weird for us to marry her.
I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with this because it's clear that you don't know what's going to happen. Yes, you're going to become a vampire. And after tomorrow, you will never see your family again. Whatever this photograph situation is, you'll never be in them again. No one will get to know who you are. You will be hidden and sequestered away in this building, and you'll never leave.
But
she'll build a wonderful prison for you, like she's built for the rest of us. And she'll promise to love you, and she'll promise to buy you beautiful things and give you unlimited wealth. That's not a lie. You'll have beautiful things. They'll be lining your prison.
They look so confused. And it's at this point that Bella, I think, catches on to why there is so much confusion. And she goes, "Sorry. We're," and they kind of look at each other and look at you guys. "We were using the word sister because we thought it was like a bonding thing, but you guys are gonna be like our mom, right?"
I think that bursts the last shred of chill.
Yeah. It's at this
Wait, what
moment
did she say?
She said we're gonna be her moms.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's at this point you realize why nothing was really making sense. These brides are not for Carmilla, really. They're children for you three.
I'm not ready to be a mom.
Too bad she didn't ask.
Oh, jeez.
And there is just a deep silence as you six look at each other.
I think the last amount of love I had has just been ripped away.
Yeah. I mean, now you can have a proper family of vampires, obviously. Of those under her control, obviously.
And they will be her pets and her toys and her threat to hold over us if we... I look back at my two sisters and speak to them telepathically. This can't happen. I don't want this. Do you want this? And I'm looking like literally over my teacup as I'm literally just sipping tea, looking at these women.
Yeah, I think Isa is like, I mean, if we're going to do something, we need to do it right now then. If we're running, we need to run and figure it out.
Rodina would mentally growl her agreement.
I'm looking to see really quickly. Dunstan. Is Dunstan on the grounds right now?
He should be, yeah.
No, he's an old man. He's sleeping. No, I don't know.
Nah.
He's an old man who works for a bunch of vampires.
He's up all hours of the night.
Yeah, like Rodina just asked him to like make a sword that can shoot fire and lasers at the same time. No, just joking.
Mm-hmm. He gets his best work done 3 o'clock in the morning. That's Dunstan now.
Is that not just the truth?
So
you guys are in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things that you can do is you can go to Rodina's like arena area where Dunstan would be, and ask him to get you your coffins or get you something to put in one of the cars.
Yeah.
One of the many cars. You can even ask him to like drive you. Or you can even ask him to go get Claudia and
Luella.
Yeah, Luella. So you can do that. You can have the girls stay where they are, or you can have them go straight to the car and like they're drunk, and for some reason you can tell that they want the same thing you guys wanted a long time ago, which is actually a family.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, young and stupid. So, but they're not going to not go with you. They don't really understand that you'd be saving them, but they understand that this is the point. Like, you're supposed to be their family. And as you guys do the different parts of this plan, Carmilla will be paying attention. So she does know what you're doing. You just have to do it faster because she can get to you.
I'm
no pressure at all.
Yep. So I know that the time is slipping from this opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take the girls and put them in a car. Tell them we're going to send them to the bachelorette party and that we are going to meet them in town.
Oh my gosh. They're so excited.
And it's okay. There will be clothes waiting for them there. I am lying there because I ain't got shit. This is the thing I just thought of just now. But they're in their pajamas. I don't give a shit. Okay. And then have the driver. Do we have a problem with churches? Can Carmilla get in a church?
No.
Then I'm going to have them take the girls to a church and tell them it's a themed bachelorette party.
Okay.
Here, we'll pay you extra. We just give them like solid gold coins.
Doubloons.
Yeah. 1700s or something.
And then I am going to see if Rudina, if you're okay with Dunstan trying to grab Claudia and Luella. I think I don't know about both of you. You said that the building is protected from UV light. Is that because of the windows?
Yeah.
Are they breakable?
They shouldn't be. I don't see why they would.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But what if I used my superpower inhuman strength?
Yeah, they're not breakable, but it doesn't mean you can't break them. They're not like plastic. They are glass.
I could try breaking the windows.
She says, Rudina says, as she like kind of flexes her arm and hand.
We won't be able to take her at night. We have to wait. If we can send away our friends.
Oh, this is risky, but I suppose there is no other choice.
We'll have to distract her somehow.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I hate this plan. I hate everything about it. I hate it all. I hate all of this. This is bullshit.
No, this is gonna be fun. I don't know why you're worried.
I'm gonna roll for Carmilla.
It's gonna be great, and we're gonna be all happy.
What she would be more angry about: losing the brides, the new ones that haven't even become a bride yet, or possibly losing you three. Now, technically, you might think, oh, it could be either, but I think she's kind of gone into a heavy complacency with you three. And so I honestly think in her mind, she thinks that if you left, you'd probably just come back eventually.
What if we, and stick with me here, what if we just started cussing her out? Surely that would distract her and probably make us a greater priority. I'm half joking, by the way.
We're storming her bedroom right now.
You can draw her just like you did, just like Issa did, which is asking for her own influence over her, or you can try to reach out to her telepathically. You can try to draw her over to you.
Do we want to do that though?
Not at night. No.
No, we have to wait.
Before the sun is coming up.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get close to the sun coming up.
So should we be enacting this plan once the sun comes up?
I think, yes. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because once we get the mortals outside and the sun's up, there's really not much you can do until sundown.
But then that also limits how much we can do.
That's
our characters.
I don't think that's an accident.
I'll say that Dunstan does what you asked him to do. He goes and he gets the girls. He tops up their margaritas. He puts them in the car. He finds a car big enough for them three, but he also gets your coffins. Like, he's doing all of that, and that's taking him some time, but he's able to do that throughout the early morning. Okay. So I'm going to roll for Carmilla to see if she cares enough to intervene in that.
Okay.
That whole situation.
Low.
And I think I'm gonna add, well, she is cruel, but
I also
think very cruel.
I hate to remind you, I think someone gave money for you to have an advantage.
Really?
Oh, wow. Whoever did that, you're an awesome, lovely.
That would be synthetic GM.
I love it.
Allison, thank you so much.
Well, that was a 1. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I think she cares just enough not to get up and do anything herself, because I think she cares more about being present for you three if she needs to be. If you're actually going to run, like, I think maybe she thinks you guys are making some plans, but you've made plans before. But she's going to roll hypnosis, and she's going to try to get Dunstan to change what he's doing. And yeah, she's gonna be cruel about it. So we'll do 2 die.
Is
And
there
of
any way I can help my boy?
What was that?
Is there any way I can help my boy?
Do you have a dark gift that could help him?
Not really. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, you know what? I will say, do you all think at this point you've broken the first 2 bonds?
Oh, which one? Let me remind myself with what the first 2 bonds. There we go.
It
Recognize nothing's going to change. Absolutely.
Okay.
Choose the sisterhood and family. Absolutely. I think
Okay.
that's my opinion.
Okay.
Heck yeah. I mean,
And you're
that's
in the
what this whole
process
plan
of
is about.
swapping the wives.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will just say that from moving forward, she won't be able to use any influence over any of you.
Yippee.
So that might give you an edge up. However, Dunstan is a human.
No.
So it's not the same.
Oh, my
She's gonna
boy.
do 3 die. She's gonna do her appearance, her pillar, and her. Oh, she gets 4 because she gets 2 for her hypnosis. See her toes. Oh no! Ooh! Oh my god!
Wow, I'm scared.
That's 4 successes. Whew, that's a great roll. Dunstan puts all the girls in the car. He at least gets the car outside. So the girls are outside right now as the sun begins to come up. But he has to go to each of your areas to get your coffins. And so I'll say he gets like Rudina's coffin, he gets Nisa's coffin. He goes to your place to get your coffin. And as he's going to each of your places, he's also telling like Claudia, I'll go to the car and things like that. So he gets to yours. And just as he's like getting your coffin to go, the door closes behind him and a shadow lingers. And it tells him to make sure when he brings your coffin out that he brings the right coffin out. And he just nods and leaves your coffin and goes to get another one and takes that out. All right, what else are we doing?
Wait, was that, just to clarify, was that my coffin, Rudina's?
That was Fiorella's coffin.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
So the 2 youngest sisters have their coffins packed.
Yes.
Of course, something bad always happens to the oldest.
It's okay. I'm oldest sister.
Yeah, it always has to be Fiorella because she's the leader. She's the oldest.
I started
If
it all.
something happens to her, you two will fold.
Did that B word pack her own coffin? Oh man. Okay. So I think at that point, so I have another dark gift. I don't know how long it lasts. The things that I can craft with blood, are they momentary? Are they for the night? Are they permanent?
I'm gonna say it depends. If you're like wanting to like craft like an actual item,
Mhm.
I think it's gonna have some durability basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think while I am out, while we were outside with the girls, I'm going to grab a small branch or 2, and bring them in with me. And while I wait for dawn to rise, I think I'm still in my wedding dress. I think I've just lost it enough that I'm still in my wedding dress. So I am going to blood craft weapons, 1 blade and 1 stake that are crafted with blood, and that inside that blood crafted weapon, that stake is an actual piece of wood. And I probably stick it down stick it down my bodice, and keep it there. I have no idea if she can scent that, but I think I wait until dawn and make my stand. Hopefully my sisters are with me.
Okay. Dawn comes. Dunstan is outside. Everything is ready to go. There is no sign of Carmilla.
Rudina is there, obviously. And she actually has this sword Dunstan made for her. It's the first one, and she thinks that it's still one of his greatest works to her. He's always tried to do better, but yeah. It's a giant sword, simple in appearance, but it has been a good weapon to her. And for this great an undertaking, she wouldn't want anything else.
Wonderful. I think the three ladies in the car have passed out from too many margaritas. And it's getting early morning and they were exhausted. So they are passed out, but they're fine, but they are all in the car. I'll say that this vehicle is big enough for them and Claudia and Nuella, but the other vehicle is bigger and that has you guys' coffins. And so you just need two people. You need two people to drive. And so Claudia can drive or Nuella can drive. You're muted.
I've been so good this whole ding dang time. Right at the end. I'm just so nervous. Okay, so if I don't see her, I'm going looking for her.
Okay.
I'm gonna probably start where the places where I've seen her most often. Her study. I don't know. I don't know what places she would be most often, but I'm starting there.
At this point, she'd be in her room.
Okay, then I'll go there. And I don't know if Regina, I want someone to drive the girls off.
Okay. And whoever can do that.
Yeah, Regina cannot do that. Not only do I not think she knows how to drive, I don't think she knows how to drive. Most vehicles are not big enough for her.
Yeah, I think it would have to be one of the servants.
Yeah.
So either Luella or because we can't drive. I'm sorry.
If you want Dunstan to stay, just to kind of drive you guys as coffins, like if you want that to be the person that drives your stuff, then I would send Claudia or Nuella to drive.
Let's hope they have their driver's license.
I will say this. I really want to protect Claudia. I love her very, very dearly, but she's an old woman. And if something is about to happen, I want Luella to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
So I will encourage Luella to drive off with the girls and take them to a church.
Are you asking for Claudia to stay there at the manor?
I want her to be in the second car.
Okay, with the coffins.
With the coffins, yeah.
I'll say that there's no sitting space in that one. It's just.
So, I mean, there's a driver, right?
Oh, you want her to be the driver of that one?
Yeah.
So do you want Dunstan to go with? And I guess this is a question for Rudina, since Dunstan is your companion friend. Do you want him to go with the girls and Luella?
You know what? I'll flip a coin, or I'll roll a dice.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll have him go with the coffins, just so that there's not just one person there.
With the coffins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are very important. No.
All right. So we have one person driving off with the girls.
Yes.
We have your coffins waiting in the wind, ready for you guys to leave. Rudina, are you staying with the coffins or are you going with Fiorella?
Of course I'd go with my sister. What?
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
I'll assume that Issa just goes as well. So all three of you are going to Carmilla's chambers.
We're off to see Carmilla.
Okay, I am gonna roll
Yeah.
for her. I think I'm gonna actually just roll her her what's it called? One of her dark gifts, which is, I mean, she has a lot, but we'll just do telepathy because she wants to talk to all three of you because she knows where you are.
Yeah.
But just, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's 2 successes. Yeah, she's able to you just hear her voice in your head. Are we having a meeting?
Rudina just growls through the telepathy.
Come speak with us. It is your wedding day. Please.
A family meeting it is. You know where to find me. And you see a vision of her coffin in a pit in like the back buildings of her room. It's like her room, and then she has a secret door, and then you have to go down some creepy stairs to basically a dungeon. Yeah, basically a dungeon. And it's just this giant pit that's been dug, and sitting in it is a coffin.
Does it look like her coffin? Does it look like I don't know that my coffin hasn't been taken. I don't know that. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, the couple of times you guys have been down here, which was many, many years ago, you can't tell that there's anything different. And I mean, it's almost morning, so she's an early sleeper. She goes to bed right on time. She likes to be in bed, in her pajamas, in bed, watching her shows. She likes to be ready for bed. So you would assume that she's in the coffin.
What kind of shows do you think Carmilla watches?
Us. We're her shows.
Oh, she's got security cameras everywhere.
Nosferatu
on repeat. He's so talented.
So much talent. One last thing before we go, I will look to my sisters and say, you don't have to do this. You can leave.
Rudina would put her hand on Fiorella's shoulder and say,
"We are sisters. We will face this together. Face her together."
It's been a really long time since we've really talked. And I'm sorry for that. If things don't go well tonight, I'm sorry. To both of you.
I think Rudina would pull the two of you into a hug. Maybe a tad tight, but considering the circumstances, I think you could understand why it might be a little snug.
And I don't know that she's ever really like a hugger, but I think this is one of those instances where she is. And she will take her hair and pull it up and grab a stick and stick it in. All right, sisters, however this night ends, I'm glad we got to be together to do it. This is what I wanted.
Rudina looks to you and to Issa and says,
"I love you."
I love you too. And I think that's probably all she can take emotionally. She cannot sit in this moment any longer, or she's just going to leave. Like she's going to like break down or something, or lose her nerve. And so she will lead the charge down the stairs, even though I'm pretty sure Issa's the one that is like the fighty one.
hey, Rudina's right here.
Oh, it was Rudina, the fighty one. I couldn't remember. One of you two is the fighty one.
Okay.
But she's going to lead the charge.
You three descend the stairs. It's dark, dank. There is a coffin there. It is closed. What do you do?
Knock on it. Is it just wood? Does it have like a clasp? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's a beautiful cherry wood, ornately designed, silver accents.
When we are close to each other, is that when the telepathy is able to be picked up? Like, can she jump in on our telepathy?
Yeah, she can do that at any time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Okay. I knock on it and then I kind of look around because this feels like a trap for sure. This feels like a trap. Do I see, like, there's not really like an alertness or whatever, but is there a way to scent of blood? Can I use scent of blood against her?
I don't think so.
Poop. I was really hoping.
I mean, I could use one of my dark gifts, maybe beast shaped, kind of like use my like the senses of a bat, maybe. And I guess technically a wolf or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can do both. I think you're like bat wolf woman. Okay, yeah.
That's
No,
like
I'll allow that.
the new Batman character, Batwolf. All right, so just roll 1 die. Alrighty. Don't feel me now.
Oh wait, no, you're doing a dark gift, right? So you roll 2.
Oh, 2. Okay. Well, I got a 4 on one.
Okay.
I rolled the other one. Oh, gotta roll that again. Okay. A 4 and a 3.
Okay, 2 successes.
Yippee.
Are you basically trying to do like echolocation?
Yeah, like trying to sense her in any way that my senses would allow.
Yes, you do sense her. You sense her in every corner of this room, every crevice, every dark area, because it's completely dark and down here, and she is shadow. And she is everywhere, including right behind you all where you came down the stairs. But she is kind of like dissipated. She's everywhere. She's just not corporeal. She's just kind of watching and waiting, looking, seeing what you're doing.
Rudina growls, grits her teeth, and says, "She is here."
You're muted.
I open the coffin. I suspect that the snarl and the growl would indicate that she's not here, but probably doing her weird shadow shit stuff. Sorry.
She is lying there, wearing the same outfit she wore at dinner, motionless, not looking up at you.
Are you not going to speak with us?
No response.
Rudina is gonna try and stab down with her sword.
Okay. What is your sword made of?
I did not think of that.
Issa also has that sharp pointy cane. Just a reminder.
Okay. What are those?
Do I take the cane from her?
I also have that weird blood stake.
Okay. So we have a stake. So you guys all just going down at once? You can do that. There's a body in a coffin.
I don't like the way you asked that question.
Hey, you.
You did not keep your promise. And then, yes, she will try to stab down.
Okay. You all three stab down. Now,
I
Rudina,
feel so much dread right now.
Rudina and
honest.
Fiorella, you can kind of speak for Issa. What are the things made of, the metal items? What have they been cast with?
I have blood and wood, and I think Issa has a wood thing, so I don't have any metal.
Okay. Rudina, what's your sword made of?
I don't think it would be made of silver because, like, is that a weakness for vampires here?
It can be, yeah.
Okay, so considering that, I don't think Carmilla would have allowed silver on her premises.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Just like
Okay.
the tough metal. Insert
Steel or
name of
iron.
tough metal here.
Okay. You all three, jab down. You hit flesh, and you see blood pooling from this body.
That's not supposed to happen, I don't think.
And she's going to roll her pillar, conviction, appearance, and I think she's going to do storm calling to kind of basically whip you both, all three of you, up into a big old tornado made of her own shadow and fling you across the room. Let's see how that goes.
I love roller coaster rides.
Ooh,
That's so many dice. Did you hear all those dice clacking together?
Oh gosh.
that is a full sweep of successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna be
So-
honest. I'm so scared right now.
You all hit down, see blood, realize that this is a human body, even though it looks exactly like her, are immediately whipped up in this dark, viscous shadow that literally has you bumping into each other and then flings you out into the walls. And I think you're both gonna, all three of you, you're gonna take 3 damage. So you're gonna mark 3 of your health, and you're gonna go up 3 hunger from wherever you are right now.
I have my final unspoken dark gift is grave-bound flesh, which means my wounds rapidly heal and my body can survive terrible harm. So let me know if and when I can start taking off some of those health bars. But yes, my hunger is up to 3 and I took 3 health damage.
Okay. Rudina and Issa, you guys are basically either pinned to the wall or pinned to the ground, but you are seriously wounded and very, very hungry. If you see a human right now, you will eat them on sight, just based off of the need to have to get healed. Fiorella, since you actually did your grave-bound flesh, you're not going to take any damage.
Oh, okay.
Or hunger, but you can still look like you've taken damage and hunger. She won't know that you're fine.
Great.
I think I'll just kind of walk around to each of you, just kind of disappointed. Right. Well, I think we need to have a long conversation over dinner tomorrow. And she's kind of walking to Rudina, and then walking to Issa, and then walking to you, Fiorella, on the ground.
I'm going to take a second to get myself back up to standing.
Okay.
Sisters, I think it's time we leave. I want to look and see who's in the casket, the coffin.
I'm
Does it show? Once we stab,
a random person who works, a random staff.
Okay. Well, that
Can I eat the body?
I mean, it's dead, so you can technically. It's not going to be great.
Would it sate my hunger?
It's kind of fresh, I guess.
lap at the pool.
I'm just asking because you said I have hunger, so if I see a human, I'm gonna nom.
I mean,
like, there's a human right there.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
kind of frenzy and try to eat it. I think she would stop you though, because it's not fresh blood.
I'm going to try and put myself between her and my sisters. I know I'm not hurt.
Mhm.
They might not know that, but I know I'm not.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to try and get her to monologue long enough to position myself between her and them, and
Sure.
to try and scooch them closer to the exit.
Yeah, you can just do that. She's not going to try and like stop you. That her show of force was because you stabbed her. Sort of
Yeah.
like she kind of wanted to see if you would do it.
Yeah. Again, she's going to monologue. Carmilla, when did you stop loving us? Why did you feel you needed to do this? And I'm not going to talk for 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, but she's asking her these questions in rapid fire. And I don't think it's necessarily a secret. She's not very good at hiding the fact that she's trying to position herself between Carmilla and her sisters. But she's trying to position her sisters in such a way that they can get out.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll let you all out.
And does she have anything to say for any of it?
I think as you talk, she just is a bit like, she's looking at you like she's a bit confused. She's like, I give and give and give. I guess I'll go and track down the children tomorrow. Like it's kind of her like wondering what will make you happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think then my goal is to get us out and to try and set the house on fire on the way out.
Okay. Sure. We are out of time, but I think for the wrap up, I'm going to make a roll for Carmilla to see if she is now taking you three a little bit more serious. Because I think you guys did just try to kill her. So she might. But I'm just going to roll one die. If it's high, so over 4, then she'll take you more seriously. Oh, man, my rolls are so good today.
Oh no.
Roll.
She will let you go. She will let you guys go and leave the house. But as soon as you try to leave her room, I think you realize that she has commanded everyone, like all the staff, to like lock all the doors, close all the windows, and like make sure you all stay inside. And there are now like everyone that usually is asleep at this time of night are up, walking around in your way. Now they're human, so you can, and plus, especially with Rudina, actually, I think you would go a little crazy, and I think you might just start snacking.
Yeah, I think she just grabs a random, like as they're passing
Yeah.
by, a random person grabs them by the neck and.
But they are
She's not
they are enthralled, and so they will stay where they are even if they see you grabbing people. But
Yeah, and I'm going to use bloodcraft to make like tendrils of blood to like try and pull people out of my way.
Okay.
Like, I want us out.
Okay.
I want us out.
Let's do last rolls. You three against Carmilla, trying to get out of this house before the sun rises in like a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Do I still have 3 health marked down, or?
Yeah, you still have damage. Although you just ate, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ate 2 whole people, which I think you can in this amount of time, you can slake your health and your hunger.
All right. They're both at 0 now?
Yes. And I'll say that Lisa does the same thing. She also will eat a couple of people just like hers.
I think I'd also use my superhuman speed to like
nice
skedaddle.
Okay. All right.
Can I use anything else?
Well, we're in a new scene, so you guys can use your pillar, conviction, and appearance.
Amazing. I'm going for all 3.
And
I
then
mean,
your
it's the
dark
last
gift is
one.
2.
So wait, that's 4 dice?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dice.
Oh, 5 dice. Okay. Yeah.
If you're using your dark gift.
Ooh. Okay, I've got 3 successes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll roll for Isa.
I have 3 successes.
Yes!
Ooh.
If we all got 3, that would be great.
Isa got 4 successes.
Nice!
Wow.
My dice are so good. I was rolling for you guys. Okay, that is a lot of successes. Yeah, I think this is how the scene plays out. Everyone, all the staff have been woken up to stop you all from getting outside, and you are able to just plow through them with these tendrils, with your speed, and you burst outside. It is pretty much the sun is cresting. And who did you leave? Claudia. Claudia is already in the seat and she's waiting. She's like, hurry up. You need to get in the back and in the coffins right now. So I'll say you 3 jump in with just a sliver of time left as the sun rises, and they book it. And you guys are out from the main road. It is a long road down to the gate. It's like a mile and a half of like just a winding path all the way down to the gate that actually is at the road. We'll say that the girls already got to the gate and are on the road, but you guys are on this winding road. And unfortunately, as you guys are trundling along, about halfway down, Claudia hears a boom. And she looks behind, like in the rearview mirror, and she sees your coffin has fallen out the back and is on the road. Do you want her to stop?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I do not. Nope. I do not.
She keeps going.
I want her to get my sisters out.
She keeps going down the road, and eventually hits the road, and you guys are on your way somewhere. You will figure it out. In about 5 minutes or so, Fiorella, you can hear people from the house come down, pick you up. You can hear the trundling as they take you back to the house, get you all settled. And that's the end of our story for the 3 wives. What an adventure. I know.
You stopped the wedding for tonight, though.
Oh, Fiorella got left behind.
My rolls were insane.
We're going to have to do an Ocean's 11 to get her back.
Part 2.
Ocean's 5.
Part 2.
Oh, boy.
Great job, everybody. Excellent game. Thank everyone for listening now, or if you're listening to this recording afterwards on YouTube. Just a reminder that my name is Tanya, and I have been your Carmilla for the night. Quickly, Rose and Traci, if you could give your names and where people can find you if you have socials.
Yeah. I'll start because I'm the oldest. I'm Traci. Almost everything online for me is mythicalmagpie, one word. I do art. I do streaming. This is my first stream for Nerds with Dice. I'm also over at Symphony Entertainment and Gaming. Yeah, it was a great time. Thanks for having me, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Well, then it's back to me because I'm the youngest. Once again, I'm Rose Blossom, or Rose for short, and I played Rudina. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Rose Blossom 2468. On YouTube, you can find a couple playlists of some stuff I'm in, and on Blue Sky, you can see me promoting and reposting stuff that I'm going to be involved in. Speaking of which, on Nerds with Dice, you can find me as Corvin Road in Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern Zombie Apocalypse, which is currently on a break, and as Shasta in Fantastic Realms. And then over on Roller's Joint, you can find me as Morgan Fay in Breaking Neon, a City of Mist campaign.
Thank you. And our third bride was Nox. She is Nocturnal 7 on Blue Sky and Nox Quiroz, I think, or Quiroz, Quiroz. I don't know how to say that, on Instagram. We still have several more games this month in support of Translatin Coalition. So thank you for your support today, and I hope you continue to watch the rest of these amazing casts, play these fun games for Pride. And the next game is on the 26th at 3 p.m., Her Winter Hunger Half with Ada. And then the next one is on the 27th at 2:30, the Grand Yulmil with Gray. Good luck if I said that right. And this has been wonderful. Thank you all for watching us play Carmilla and the Brides.
And happy Pride!
Happy
Happy
Pride!
Pride!
I couldn't show it all.
Nice.
Asterix wave, Asterix.
Bye.